today we have three current events that we're going to bring to you. The truth, nothing but the truth. So help me, truth. We're going to bring it to you no matter what. And we're going to get on a couple of issues here. These issues should not be where they are and where they at. So since they shouldn't be where they are, where they at, we're gonna put it where it's supposed to be, in your face. We're gonna bring this news in your face, straight to you. We're gonna talk about Cincinnati. It's a jailhouse in Cincinnati that feed these people burgers in solitary confinement. We don't know what type of burgers they are. We don't know if they burgers or not. We don't know if they can be burgers or not, but we know we know what we know. And that's the truth, that this warden give these people these burgers. Then we're going to get into the hoarding. The hoarding, y'all. Then we're going to get into the crazy man. This man is crazy. Yes, he is. That's Bear News, bringing you the news, the truth, nothing but the truth. So help me, truth. So let's get into these events. These events. Oh, let's see what these jailhouse burgers are. What's in them? That's my question. What's in these burgers?
A local sheriff is catching heat on social media for using food as punishment. That right there is the Warden Burger. Butler County Sheriff Richard Jones serves it to inmates in isolation. Our Courtney King sat down with the sheriff today about why he uses it. But Courtney, my question is, would he eat the burger?
Rob, that was my first question for him. So not only did he say he would, he did, and we have it all on camera. We're going to show you that in just a few minutes, or in a moment, actually. The sheriff tells us that he's not the only one that does this, and that detention centers all over the country do this. And it is important to note that the burger is not made to be bad. We do have the recipe for it, and we'll put it on our website for you. It's basically a turkey burger. The sheriff says that what's punishment about it is that the inmate in isolation gets that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day until they leave isolation. And like you said, he has caught a lot of flack on social media about this. One person even calling him a disgusting human.
The State Department of Corrections is not my boss, so I basically don't give two what they think.
On Wednesday, we sat down with Butler.
Did you hear what he just said? The state correctional is not their boss, so he don't give a two on what they say.
On Wednesday, we sat down with Butler County.
I basically don't give two what they think.
On Wednesday, we sat down with Butler County human.
The State Department of Corrections is not my boss, so I basically don't give two what they think.
On Wednesday, we sat down with Butler County Sheriff Richard Jones and watched him eat this. It's no ordinary burger. It's what the sheriff calls a Warden Burger.
What?
So you have zero complaints about the Warden Burger?
Me personally, no. I would eat this.
Look at him.
Hell, I'm eating it now.
The sheriff tells us he's been serving it to inmates in isolation for all 3 meals for the last several years.
This is jail. You don't get to choose. Your mommy and your daddy and your Aunt Lily doesn't get to make your meals. I'm your aunt. I'm your grandpa. I'm the one that gets your meal prepared and make sure it gets done.
The sheriff says inmates get put in isolation for things like fighting, and the burger is an added punishment.
If you get in trouble and you go to an isolation cell, it's no different than your regular cell. And that's what you get 3 times a day, and you get all the water you can drink. It's very nutritious. It's good for you. It has lots of fiber in it. Fiber is good for you, right?
Sheriff Jones says a dietitian approved the burger, and it's not made to taste bad.
It's got many ingredients. It's made with ground turkey, potatoes, carrots. It's got celery. It's got flour.
He says the punishment is in not having variety. Jones says inmates can be in isolation for up to 10 days at a time, which means they could eat up to 30 Warden burgers. Would you ever eat it for 3 meals a day?
Yeah. I'm easy to please on what I eat.
A man that stutters lies. He ain't eating that no 3 times a day. And that's what we get from people that's ruling over us. We're going to let these people rule. He said he don't care what the state correctional say. He gonna feed his inmates these burgers anyway. So it got to be something in these burgers.
Yeah. I'm easy to please on what I eat. I come from a generation that you eat whatever's in front of you.
He says he hopes the burger will make inmates think twice about acting out while in the Butler County Jail. Has it worked? Have you ever had someone in isolation be like, I'm never getting in trouble because I don't want that darn burger ever again?
Yeah, we've had people that leave. They always tell me they never want to eat that burger again. And this may be just a little piece that keeps you out of trouble, keeps you from hurting other people. And that's my goal here.
So the sheriff tells us that he's never been fined or ordered to stop using the burger despite some state officials saying that he's violating some policies. And guys, I was not able to try the burger because I'm gluten intolerant, but we have a burger for you guys that the sheriff gave us, because we're doing our job. We need to test the product, let our viewers know what's going on. So Rob, I think you're Steve, if you guys could taste test
we're
that
both,
and let us know what it tastes like.
We cut it in half, but just like you said, it does smell like a pizza.
Yeah, it does.
Look at him.
Too bad you have to go to jail to eat this. It's pretty good.
Yeah, we thank the sheriff for sending one back. It's not bad. Like I don't think this is punishment. Would I want to eat it every day? Probably not. 3 meals a day?
I'm a former vegetarian, so I'm used to stuff like this. But actually, it's not bad.
Yeah,
It really
totally.
isn't.
Totally.
So,
That was a very, very interesting story, Courtney. And I'm glad you got the sheriff's perspective. Because a lot of times when you see things on social media, it just kind of touches the surface, right?
and sorry, Mom, for talking with my mouth full.
I know, tell me about it. Okay, so weather-wise, the humid weather.
This is crazy. He don't care what the correctional say. He gonna do it anyway. And they penalize him. They got some orders against him. Evidently, there's something in this burger that's not legal. And we asked for the federales. We asked for the feds to get inside that burger because he just said he don't care what the state correctional say. So there's guidelines that they supposed to be following, and he ignoring them. Huh? These people go to jail to learn a lesson. Not that type. What are you feeding them? Program food to make them submit? What are you feeding them? Huh? What are you feeding these people? Because they committed a crime, then they gotta eat the dime. They'll probably make them go to sleep and don't do nothing. Probably got antidepressants and all that in that. We don't know what that is. We already don't know what our grocery stores is feeding us. So, of course, we're going to know what our jailhouse is feeding us. So when we get out, we acting all the radical and don't know why we acting a radical is because of the stuff that we ate inside the house. Because of the stuff we ate inside the jailhouse, man. That's crazy. I know good and well the Lord wouldn't like that. The Lord wouldn't like that. Can't have that burger in my house. Not in my house. And I don't even eat meat. But I would never, never, never touch that. So let's get into the second event. The second news. Telling the truth, nothing but the truth, and hope you know that I understand that the truth is helping me tell this truth. We're going to get inside the hoarder. There's a reason why this man is hoarding it the way he's doing it. Depression is, I'm telling you, depression is crazy. It's an energy of itself. And you cannot take a pill to destroy depression. You just got to get rid of the situation or get out of that environment to get rid of that what's depressing you. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm giving news, so don't call me if you ain't got no news for me. Don't you do it. So let's get into the hoarder guy.
That one noon after massive cleanup. Effort by the city last year, the so-called trash house is once again surrounded by piles of debris. Thanks for joining us for the KTLA 5 News at noon. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Lou Parker. Concerned neighbors have been complaining for years about the home, calling it an eyesore and a fire hazard.
Despite attempts to get the situation under control, the resident continues to collect trash. KTLA 5's Annie Rose Ramos live now in the Fairfax district with the details. Annie Rose.
That's crazy.
Lou, Glenn, that's exactly right. The trash is back. This problem proving to be a persistent one, particularly for this neighborhood. Some homes right here on the street in multi-million-dollar homes, and right next door at this house that is being dubbed the trash house, the trash piling up yet again. Now, this is a live look.
So this is in a white, suburban, upper-class neighborhood that's down there in Los Angeles.
Look from here on the ground where I'm standing off Martel Avenue, but we also want to go up above our Sky 5, flying over the home so you can get a better idea about the trash that's not only piling up in the front yard of this home and in the driveway, but also the backyard too. You can see it really just overflowing this entire area. Now, as you mentioned before, this is not the first time we have seen this problem at this home. We actually have a side-by-side look at this because KTLA first brought you the story of what people are calling the trash house a little over a year ago, back in April of 2024. You can see back then trash was piled up around this home, sparking outrage in the community and prompting that massive cleanup effort by city crews in hazmat suits. And then look at the images on the right-hand side of your screen. That's from this morning. We can see.
I can tell you this. I can tell you one thing about this. You got to ask yourself, where is he getting all this trash? And wherever he getting his trash from, that area is clean. Yeah. I bet you that neighborhood is not dirty at all. So why is y'all tripping on this man? He actually making sure your whole entire environment is clean.
The trash is back again. We spoke to neighbors about it this morning. Take a listen.
I think it's absurd. I think that this person, I mean, within days we're happy because finally it was like, oh, the house is back to normal. I feel bad for all the neighbors that have, beautiful mansions next to him. But I thought like the problem was like, he was old man.
That man said beautiful mansions.
Finally, it was like, oh, the house is back to normal. I feel bad for all the neighbors that have, beautiful mansions next to him. But I thought like the problem was like, he was old man and couldn't do it himself. So when the city came out to give a hand, I'm like, okay, so now he has no excuses now. Because I know the guy. I mean, I don't know him personally, but I see him. So he's up. I take my kid to school up the street, and he's up there like 6 blocks away on the opposite side, digging through trash.
All right, back in April of 2024, the city sent sanitation workers, some wearing hazmat suits, to help with removing the mountains of debris from the home. We're talking mountains of trash. Even a car was under some of these items of debris. The owner of the house is a 70-year-old man named Raymond Gayon, a family representative now speaking out on his behalf, saying he is a veteran and he's collecting a lot of these items to recycle them. Now, we also spoke to his sister last year who expressed concerns about his mental health.
Those are bottles he's collected. That's what he does, and that's how he makes money.
Are you concerned about his mental health at the moment?
He's autistic. He's always been like that.
I'm going to be talking to the county officials and figure out how we get care for him. Because again, we can't just view this as a situation of an individual that compiled trash. This is an individual that is in crisis.
Now we are hearing from council member Katie Yaroslavsky's office, who represents.
You should look at her house. This man is doing nothing but cleaning up the neighborhood. That's all he doing is cleaning up the neighborhood. You know, would I recommend it? No. But at the same time, he's cleaning up the neighborhood. You don't have to badger him like that, like he got a mental condition. He's a war vet. Of course, he's seen some things that y'all haven't seen. He went through some things that y'all haven't went through for him to do that. And why y'all wait till you get like that? Y'all seen that stuff from the beginning. coming out the house and stuff. Y'all drove by and seen that. Y'all gonna wait till it get this long, and it happened before. I will see if this the first time. No, this happened before. Since it happened before, y'all don't have a watch on this man. Y'all didn't help him the first time, so you're not gonna help him again, huh? And he's doing nothing but cleaning up the neighborhood. Where is that trash coming from? He didn't make it. He ain't got a trash machine in his backyard where he's making all his trash. So he's getting it from somewhere. And y'all waited this long to check on him, to see how he's doing, his well-being. And he fought for this country. You guys are wrong. That whole entire neighborhood need to hoard. Need every hoarder to bring trash into that whole entire neighborhood. Trash it out. Huh? Trash that neighborhood out. Get it out of here. Y'all gonna let this man do that like that and then talk about him? You ain't no good yourself. No good at all. You know no good. No good. You know no good. The bear here to tell you the truth, nothing but the truth, so help me true. You no good. Leave that man alone or give him some real help. And taking him away from his house is not helping him. That's his domain. Clean that thing up, and you have social workers come out every week, twice a week, to help him clean up. Help him. Think that's what IHHS or HIHHIHEST, ain't that what it's all about? IHSS, ain't that what that about? Helping these people? And he fought for this country? This is he started that gangster. You tell me that's the things he get? Y'all gonna talk about him? Bear don't like that. Bear don't like that. Chicago Bear, y'all don't like that, huh? Chicago Bear don't like that. Look at him. He's ready to get y'all. The Chicago Bear ready to get you. And me too. Get him there. Get him. So the next up, we have an inmate trying to escape out of a moving vehicle. Why is this man trying to escape? Huh? Let's get into it, y'all. He's trying to get up out of there. Let's see.
Now to that video you truly have to see to believe, and there it is. It's been making the rounds on social media for a few days now.
I don't see that.
This is what a lot of drivers along Interstate 40 witnessed.
An inmate sticking his head out of a
Video you truly have to see to believe, and there it is. It's been making the rounds on social media for a few days now. This is what a lot of drivers along Interstate 40 witnessed.
An inmate sticking his head out of a broken window in a DOC van. He appears to be pleading with other drivers as they pass by. And News 4's John Hayes spoke with people.
I got to stop it for a minute. I got to stop it. He's actually warning you guys. He's trying to get help. Something going on in that van. He's trying to get help. And you telling me that during this time, when he's kicking out the window, y'all not stopping him? Y'all didn't stop at that time? He's kicking out the window. And once the window came out, y'all didn't stop. Y'all didn't pull over and stop. When y'all see that this window is going crazy, what you guys in that lane for? You supposed to be over in this lane, getting over on the shoulder, trying to stop. But you're not, because y'all doing something to him. I need my president to investigate this.
People who saw it and the Department of Corrections about what happened. John.
Well, Jolene and Kevin, everyone I talked to today who recorded multiple angles of this happening say they originally thought it was some kind of joke. A DOC spokesperson now tells me it's not.
You aren't imagining things.
We thought it was a joke at first.
Trust us, the Martin sisters both say they wish this sight during a Tuesday drive. Both say they wish this sight.
Thought it was a joke at first.
Trust us, the
He's right there by the shoulder. They could have stopped right there. And because they didn't stop, they doing something to that brown man. This needs to be investigated. Huh? This is in Oklahoma. This needs to be investigated. They could have stopped. You could have moved over any time that a disabled vehicle at that point, they get over. That is considered the shoulder. It's legal to park on that shoulder when there's something wrong or going on in the vehicle, and there's something wrong and going on in this vehicle.
You aren't imagining things.
We thought it was a joke at first.
Trust us, the Martin sisters both say they wish this sight during a Tuesday drive on I-40 near the Skydance Bridge in downtown OKC was a joke.
You're driving, you're trying to pay attention to what you're doing, but you're kind of like, what is this guy doing?
Alexis Martin says she was driving the car, her sister Tiggin in the passenger seat, when they saw this man, we've confirmed is a state inmate, hanging out the back window of a van. Tiggin says she knew she had to start recording.
Nobody's gonna believe.
Passenger seat when they saw this.
Attention to what you're doing, but you're kind of like, what is this guy doing?
Alexis Martin says she was driving the car, her sister Tiggin in the passenger seat, when they saw this man, we've confirmed is a state inmate, hanging out the back window of a van. Tiggin says she knew she had to start recording.
Nobody's gonna believe me.
You can see the man is clearly handcuffed. The shirt of his uniform is wrapped around.
You have all of that shoulder over there. Look at that. You have all that, and they not stopping. They're not stopping. They're doing something to this man.
Handcuffed, the shirt of his uniform is wrapped around his hands, of which he uses to seemingly plead with drivers out of a van's broken window. So many thoughts, the sisters say, were racing through their heads as cars flew by.
I didn't want to run him over.
Either he's gonna jump out, or if we get too close, he's gonna jump into the vehicle.
A Department of Corrections spokesperson told me in a statement the inmate damaged the van during the drive and, quote, our officers immediately recognized the situation, exited the highway, and called for additional law enforcement support. DOC won't share his name with us, but say he made it.
They're not exiting the highway. Look, this is your exit point right here. They're getting over. Let's see that again. They're not exiting the highway. They're getting over. Watch.
Name with us, but say he made it where he was supposed to be without his name with us, but say he made it where he was supposed to be without any other incidents. Alexis says she's surprised the state without any other incidents. Say he made it where he was supposed to be. Enforcement support. DOC won't share his name with us, but say he made it where he was supposed to be for additional law.
Look, y'all, they're not trying to get over at all. They could get over right there.
Enforcement support. DOC won't share his name with us, but say he made it where he was supposed to be without any other incidents. Alexis says she's surprised the state agency didn't say something sooner.
There was nothing on it, and I was like, that's crazy.
Both sisters say they want something to be done to make sure she didn't say something sooner.
She said it's never been a report on this. So they did something to that brother.
There was nothing on it, and I was like, that's crazy.
Both sisters say they state agency didn't say something sooner.
There was nothing on it, and I was like, that's crazy.
Both sisters say they want something to be done to make sure nothing like this can happen again.
And the fact that the window was that easy to break is kind of like, you gotta see it coming.
You should have had him in something a little more safe for him and the person that's driving and the people around us.
It's important to note the Martin sisters say they only noticed all of this happening for just a few minutes before the van pulled.
Person that's driving and the people around us.
It's important to note the
person that's driving and the people around us.
It's important to note the Martin sisters say they only
person that's driving and the people around us.
It looked like.
It's important to note the Martin sisters say they only noticed all of this happening for just a few minutes.
Safe for him and the person that's driving and the people.
Now it look like they're about to get over, but at the same time, because what they're doing right now is illegal. So why is you in between the solid line? And right there is an ramp so that people is emerging. So they're about to do something to this brother.
People around us.
It's important to note the Martin sisters say they only noticed all of this happening for just a few minutes before the van pulled off the highway. Other drivers we spoke with who say they also witnessed this backed that up.
That's crazy. Huh? That's crazy. What did they do to that man? Huh? Can somebody find out? Can somebody tell us? Can somebody report? What did they do to that man? That was it. And I'm letting y'all know now. That was a punishment. Just for breaking that window was a punishment that was not going unnoticed. I mean, it was a crime that was going without notice. It had a punishment behind it, even breaking the window. And he's yelling out. Come on now. Come on, what y'all do to that man? Tell him what you did. Tell him what you did. We want to hear the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help him, truth. Wasn't no one with that man. He was trying to escape. He was trying to get up out of there. He was trying to run from them burgers. He didn't want them burgers. They locked him up from hoarding, and he didn't want them burgers. Don't give me them burgers. He tried to escape, jumping out of on the freeway, not to eat them burgers. Something wrong with them burgers. That man say, I don't care what the state correctional say. I'm going to do what I want to do. And that man said, no, I ain't going there because we got them burgers. That's crazy. That's crazy. So next time, Bear coming to you with the truth, nothing but the truth. So help me, truth. And we're going to bring you some more lovely current events, breaking news to your face.